where the road ends still leans into the hill. The gate has lost its painted name, the garden has gone still. A curtain moves behind the glass, though no one lives inside. The apple tree we planted there has grown both tall and wide. I parked beside the weathered fence and listened to the rain. The road behind me held the miles, the door still knew my name. I did not come to ask the past to open up again. I only came to see what time had chosen not to change. At the house where the road ends, we once believed the world was small. A kitchen light, a narrow bed, two coats against the hall. We had no map beyond that summer, no careful future to defend. Only love and borrowed furniture at the house where the road ends. The porch still carries scratches from the chair you used to move. You followed every sunset west as if it had something to prove. The neighbor's son is older now, he did not know my face. He said the roof had leaked for years and birds had claimed the place. I asked him if the roses lived, he pointed near the wall. One crooked branch was holding on, still flowering through it all. Some things survive from simple roots, not knowing they were left. They take the rain, they take the cold, and bloom without regret. At the house where the road ends, we once believed the world was small. A kitchen light, a narrow bed, two coats against the hall. We had no map beyond that summer, no careful future to defend. Only love and borrowed furniture at the house where the road ends. I found the stone beneath the tree where you had carved one word. The letters faded into moss, but stay could still be heard. You carved it on a Sunday after we had disagreed. I laughed and said that trees were poor at giving what we need. You answered nothing stays for us, but something ought to try. Then rested both your hands on mine and watched the evening die. I did not understand you then, I thought that staying meant two people never changing roads, two hearts without an end. At the house where the road ends, we once believed the world was small. A kitchen light, a narrow bed, two coats against the hall. We had no map beyond that summer, no careful future to defend. Only love and borrowed furniture at the house where the road ends. The truth is we were happy there, but happiness was not enough. You wanted rooms with open doors, I wanted walls that would hold us. No villain stood between our lives, no secret broke the floor. We simply learned that love could be a home and still need more. You left in early September, I stayed until the spring. For months I set 2 cups each dawn, then poured one down the sink. The hardest grief is sometimes born from no one being wrong. 2 decent people lose their place and carry it alone. At the house where the road ends, we once believed the world was small. A kitchen light, a narrow bed, 2 coats against the hall. We had no map beyond that summer, no careful future to defend. Only love and borrowed furniture at the house where the road ends. The house where the road ends. Your laughter lived beneath the stairs. The window caught your morning face. The rooms were full of ordinary prayers. I would not trade the years since then, or ask that road to turn again. But part of me is always 24 at the house where the road ends. Perhaps a home is not a place where someone has to stay. Perhaps it
There is a suitcase beneath my bed, with one wheel bent inside. I bought it at a market stall the year I turned 25. Its leather smells of railway smoke, its lining has a tear. It carried all I thought I owned the morning I left here. I packed 2 dresses, 3 small books, a photograph of Rome. I told myself the train ahead was taking me toward home. But home was not a waiting room, a ticket or a town. It was the life I could not take and could not put back down. The suitcase beneath the bed still holds a little dust from stations where I chose myself before I understood the cost. It carried all my leaving, every dress and every fear. The suitcase beneath the bed has traveled farther than it appears. You met me at the northern line, your hands inside your coat. You asked if I had changed my mind. I watched the engine smoke. I said I needed wider streets, a room that knew no past. You nodded like a gentleman and did not make me ask. You placed a sandwich in my bag and oranges wrapped in paper. Such ordinary kindness made the leaving feel much greater. I wish that you would stop the train, I hoped you would not try. We hurt each other quietly by letting both be right. The suitcase beneath the bed still holds a little dust from stations where I chose myself before I understood the cost. It carried all my leaving, every dress and every fear. The suitcase beneath the bed has traveled farther than it appears. City gave me what I asked, a window work and noise. I learned to eat alone at night and trust my private voice. I cut my hair above my chin, I bought a yellow chair. I painted every wall except the one your shadow shared. For 7 years I moved between apartments, jobs and trains. That suitcase crossed a dozen floors, its handle marked my palms. I did not carry you with me, at least not as a plan. But memory hides in useful things more easily than in hands. The suitcase beneath the bed still holds a little dust from stations where I chose myself before I understood the cost. It carried all my leaving, every dress and every fear. The suitcase beneath the bed has traveled farther than it appears. The suitcase beneath the bed has known each place I stayed. It heard the words I never sent, it watched new beds get made. It never asked where you had gone or why I kept it near. A suitcase only understands that someone disappears. Last winter when my mother died, I traveled south again. The station clock was still 5 minutes slow, the platform smelled the same. I saw you near the newspaper stand, your hair had turned to gray. A little girl was holding you and ran to someone waiting. You looked at me and smiled at once, no shock, no hidden blame. We spoke about the weather first and said each other's names. You asked if I was happy, I said most days I am. You answered, that is good to hear, and touched my traveling hand. The suitcase beneath the bed still holds a little dust from stations where I chose myself and slowly learned to trust. It carried all my leaving, but not the life I feared. The suitcase beneath the bed was never meant to keep me here.
had an hour between two trains and nowhere else to go.
The station cafe served weak tea.
Outside, it started snowing.
I chose a table by the glass,
my gloves beside the cup.
A man was reading yesterday's news.
Then slowly he looked up. I knew your face before your name returned to where it belonged.
Your hair was shorter than before,
but you still held the cup the same. I nearly let the moment pass, pretending not to see. Then you smiled across the room, the way you once smiled at me.
I said, it has been many years.
At least 11, I replied.
The station clock moved quietly
as snow covered the lines. Between two trains, between where we were and where we're going, we found 1 hour the years had missed, one light still softly glowing. No need to change the lives we chose, no need to name old pains. We were only two familiar hearts waiting between two trains. You asked if I still played at night. I said, not as much these days. You said our old piano was always slightly out of tune.
I asked if you had married. You showed your ring and said her name. You asked about the man I loved. I said he had passed away.
I lowered both my eyes.
You touched the table, not my hand.
There are some kinds of tenderness only age can understand. Between two trains, between where we were and where we're going, we found 1 hour the years had missed, one light still softly glowing. No need to change the lives we chose, no need to name old pains. We were only two familiar hearts waiting between two trains. I told you of the house we bought, the pear tree near the gate. You told me of your daughter
who paints and stays up late.
You folded up your scarf twice, the way you did before.
I almost asked if leaving me
had ever hurt at all.
I saw the question in your face,
but could not make it speak.
so I said my life was good,
and that was all I needed. Between two trains, between where we were and where we're going, we found 1 hour the years had missed, one light still softly glowing. No need to change the lives we chose, no need to name old pains. We were only two familiar hearts waiting between two not demand an answer. It sat with us and drank its tea, a quiet aging passenger. No promise needed to return, no love was called in vain. We were simply who we had become, waiting between two trains. Your train was called before my own.
You stood and took your coat.
I carried your old suitcase
Through the falling snow,
you placed it by the carriage door
and brushed the snow from my hair.
We smiled the way old lovers do
When nothing must be repaired.
when the doors began to close.
I saw you through the glass,
You raised one hand beside your face.
just as you had in the past,
Did you watch the train grow small?
until the final carriage passed.
Some meetings do not start again.
What time has put to rest,
They only show that once was real, and real can still be blessed. Between two trains, between the lives that kept on moving, we found 1 hour without regret, without the need for proving. The years had taken what they took
and left what still remained.
a kindness neither life erased,
A love no longer chained.
between two trains. We did not promise to remember
We did not trade addresses,
or speak of next December.
but when the night train carries me through snow or summer rain,
I think of one warm station light,
and you between two trains. Between two trains,
between two lives,
1 hour stayed,
then said goodbye. Coast Road in September was empty after 5. The hotels hosts pulled their curtains down. The summer signs came inside. I drove the car we bought together, though your name was off the papers. A beach towel slept behind the seat, still carrying salt and sand. The radio lost every station beyond the final town. I listened to the engine breathe and watched the sun go down. The season had already left, but no one told the sea. It kept returning to the shore as faithfully as memory. On the coast road in September, every mile looked almost blue. The summer had released the town, but I had not released you. No crowded beach, no open windows, no young hearts running free. Only the road, the fading light, and the ocean next to me. We came here first in early June, with 20 pounds between us. We slept one night inside the car and woke before the sun. You bought a dress from a market stall, too large around the waist. I tied it with a piece of string, you wore it every day. We ate our dinner on the wall, cheap bread and peaches from a tin. I thought a life could always stay as simple as it had begun. But summer never makes a vow, it only lends its days. We were too young to understand the difference love can make. On the coast road in September, every mile looked almost blue. The summer had released the town, but I had not released you. No crowded beach, no open windows, no young hearts running free. Only the road, the fading light, and the ocean next to me. We lasted 7 winters, 2 apartments and 1 dog. We learned the names of every bill, the sound of each other's thoughts. You wanted children before 30, I wanted 1 more year. Then 1 more year became a wall we could not climb from either side. We did not shout on the final night. You folded shirts into a case. I washed the dishes while you packed and gave you room to leave with grace. There was no final cruel remark, no plate against the wall. The quiet endings follow us, the longest after all. On the coast road in September, every mile looked almost blue. The summer had released the town, but I had not released you. No crowded beach, no open windows, no young hearts running free. Only the road, the fading light, and the ocean next to me. On the coast road in September, I passed the market by the bay. The woman selling dresses had already packed away. I nearly stopped to ask her if she remembered you and me. But strangers should not have to hold another person's history. At mile 40 near the cliffs, the engine warning turned to red. I pulled beside the rusted rail where we once watched ships ahead. I opened up the glove compartment and found your old hairpin, a small blue thing with missing stones, no reason to have kept it. I held it in the evening wind, then placed it on the rail. The sea was too far down to hear the smallest object fall. I did not throw it to forget, I did not make a wish. I only knew some things should leave the hands that once held them. On the coast road in September, every mile looked almost blue. The summer had released the town, and I was learning to release you. No crowded beach, no open windows, no promises to keep. Only the road, the fading light, and the ocean running deep.
city lights grow dim, the windows turn to mirrors. A woman sees the life she has and all the lives still near her. The taxis cross the avenue, their roofs are silver rain. The restaurant below my room stacks every chair again. I pour a glass I do not drink and open up the shade. Across the street a couple laughs beneath the doorway's frame. I do not envy what they have, I only know that once you stood beneath this very rain and waited for my light. When the city lights grow dim, I hear the rooms remember, the elevator, distant cars, the radiator in December. Your name does not appear in glass, your footsteps do not climb. But when the city lights grow dim, you pass through me like time. We met when every cafe stayed open past midnight. You wore a narrow charcoal coat, I wore my hair pinned high. You said the city looked most true when all the shops were closed. I said the dark made everyone look lonelier than they were. We walked 6 blocks beyond my street because neither wished to stop. You bought 1 rose from an old man and left it in my coffee cup. The flower died within a week, the cup remained for years. Some objects have a talent for outliving what they held. When the city lights grow dim, I hear the rooms remember, the elevator, distant cars, the radiator in December. Your name does not appear in glass, your footsteps do not climb. But when the city lights grow dim, you pass through me like time. We were never built for mornings. You slept when I left for work. I wrote you notes beside the bread. You answered in the margins. We shared this room for 18 months, a record player and 1 key. You filled the bath too near the edge. I folded everything too neatly. The ending came through little signs, a second cup left dry, 2 dinners eaten separately, a coat no longer by mine. Love rarely leaves in 1 clear step, it changes how it stands. One day the room is full of us, the next it has more space. When the city lights grow dim, I hear the rooms remember, the elevator, distant cars, the radiator in December. Your myself, and when we parted, I moved behind a newspaper stand before you turned around. Not out of fear or bitterness, the moment was complete. You laughed at something she had said, then crossed against the light. I watched until the crowd became 1,000 coats at night. I could have called, you might have smiled, we might have shared a drink, but every door we open late does not lead where we think. When the city